Game 2, guys.
Radiant team ban.
Welcome back. We did see Huggy Bear take out that game 1 in pretty convincing
Dire
fashion.
team ban.
What will JCox be able to do this time to bring it back?
That game 1 was something to behold, and yeah, it looks like Suck on D's is gonna have to pull something out of this this
Radiant team ban.
drafting knowledge of his, and see what he can do here. First ban Spectre.
Yeah, we saw
It's
that
very
earlier,
interesting
right?
first ban. Maybe they yeah. Not too sure
10
what they could do
seconds
this
remaining.
game. They might be. I'm not sure if they're really going to make any bans based on last game, where they
5 seconds remaining.
the mid lane was a little bit attacked.
Dire team ban.
Now we'll destroyer banned. Not surprising at all. Earth Spirit again being banned in the first stage there. Invoker.
Dire team pick.
Ooh. So Aquarius, after having a great mid-Viper game that last game, should look to pick up this Invoker, see if he can repeat his performance.
Yeah, definitely a really active hero early on. I think they picked Invoker earlier today, went Cold Snap, got an Urn of Shadows, did a lot. Just in the first 15 minutes of the game, made a huge difference
10
in
seconds
getting
remaining.
lots of pickoffs, really good rotations.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
It's always hard to know what to pick against an Invoker. He kind of closes down lots of heroes, EMP being a very, very annoying spell.
Dire team pick.
Invoker's probably one of my least favourite heroes to be up against in pub games, just because of the EMP and then, you know, your Deafening Blast, and
Well, especially because you get so
Definitely a
much
strong
playing
hero.
Invoker as well.
oh, exactly.
We do see a Spirit Breaker though. First one for me, watching a Spirit Breaker game in this tournament.
I reckon
10
this
seconds
would be our
remaining.
second, dude. We saw one in game 1, I
Oh,
think.
did we?
The Spirit Breaker pickup with the
5 seconds remaining.
I think we saw that with a. Remember we saw him.
Oh,
And
we
it
did
worked
too.
really well with the Beastmaster Hawk.
Yeah,
Reserve time.
that was a short game though. I didn't see much
I
of
think
it.
that may have actually been Huggy Bear that did that.
Yeah.
So this time Huggy Bear up against the Spirit Breaker, and today we've seen lots of heroes work really well. Vengeful Spirit again,
Radiant
a
team
great
pick.
hero to pick here.
And
You can swap people out of EMPs and Deafening Blasts.
they've also got the synergy of both being blue.
Yes, exactly. Oh, as Bruno once
Radiant
devised in
team
TI2,
ban.
the blue hero strat is pretty strong, guys. So we'll see if Statsman Bruno is correct about this one.
Ten seconds remaining.
Yeah, just a safe pick of Lion as well to combo with the Invoker. I
5
guess.
seconds
lots
remaining.
Of control, lots of damage in both those heroes.
Reserve time.
Yeah, it's always good to lock down the Spirit Breaker as well, because Spirit Breaker offers pretty solid disable that goes through Magic Community, and I think, you know, you'd pick a Lion, or you'd pick something that can lock down
Dire
Spirit Breaker, you know,
team
while you
ban.
have something like a Bane or, you know, Witch Doctor, something that has to sort of stand still and make a huge amount of difference, and Spirit Breaker's really good at just against those heroes there. And Death Prophet ban, so Huggy Bear, they don't want to see
10
any
seconds remaining.
strong mid heroes coming out here for 4Friends&JCox.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban.
I think these guys banned Juggernaut at the same stage last game as well. Or maybe Huggy Bear did. I think it was 4Friends&JCox.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good ban in
Dire
this
team ban.
situation.
Yeah, I think I like it as well, and I think they did actually ban the anti-mage here as well, which would have been fairly good. They They do actually have pretty good
10
lockdown for him,
seconds
though.
remaining.
Lion and Invoker would do a lot against Anti-Mage, but he has been banned out, so we won't be seeing him.
5 seconds remaining.
Lots of options here to ban. It's pretty hard to
Reserve
tell
time.
definitely what Huggy Bear will go for this game. They ban out Tide Hunter.
Dire
I think that's a
team
pretty
pick.
good ban. Definitely works very well with the Invoker, just able to set up all his spells. Everyone's stunned. But then again, earlier today we saw a Darkseer work really well with an Invoker, and Darkseer's still in the pool. Huggy Bear being the ones to pick it up, most likely.
10 seconds
Yeah, well, I
remaining.
think Darkseer, the game that Darkseer was picked up, even though the team lost the game,
5
I
seconds
still
remaining.
think the Darkseer fitted in quite nicely to the draft.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I think it was a really good pick, and they didn't have anything like an Oracle or anything just to close him down. He just went into the jungle, you know, he'd farm that offlane camp, and he'd go
Radiant
back, and he
team
wasn't really
pick.
contested that much. He got a lot of harass, but he can sort of come back with that. He gets lots of really good last hits, and without him being in lane. And Magnus being the first time we've seen him today,
Yeah, I'm really into Magnus at the
I like
moment.
the Magnus pick against the Invoker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just really good. They can't really stop him if he sort of jumps on them. Lion has long cast points for Magnus to sort of he can do everything before they
10
even get his
seconds
spells.
remaining.
It's ready to charge in 5 heroes that have been
5
RP'd,
seconds
and he can stun
remaining.
all of them.
And now it's just down to they just need some damage on the side of JCox
Reserve
to back up
time.
with all that control they have. And it'll be interesting to see what Huggy Bear, how they respond to this.
Earth Shaker.
No, Shaker.
Dire team pick.
So they respond with more
It's interesting.
control
You'd think
themselves.
that, yeah. Well, I mean, it's possible that 4Friends&JCox may have even considered picking the Earthshaker just to completely that team fight with the Magnus as well. But
Yeah.
they picked it themselves, and it is a pretty good pick here.
Radiant
that's
team
brutal.
pick.
That Sven pick is definitely brutal as well. 5 heroes can be stunned all at once from the Stormhammer.
And just the Empower as well with your cleave, giving you some stupid amounts of splash damage.
Oh, definitely.
And on top of that, you have, you've got your wave of terror doing negative armor and stuff too. I think a nice draft coming out.
10
here so far
seconds
from James
remaining.
Cox.
Yeah, it's a really nice synergy,
5
Sven,
seconds
benefiting
remaining.
really well with the Venge. And really good chase for them now, because they've got the
Reserve
Warcry with
time.
Sven, bonus movement speed, they've got the Venge swap, they've got Spirit Breaker charge, they have really nice chase as well, so pickup potential is pretty good for them. But saying that, Huggy Bear also have nice pickup potential with an Invoker and a Lion. So, how do you respond to a Sven pick though? I mean, this game, they have such good team fight now,
Yeah, you obviously need
and
some
Tide
ways
Hunter's
to
not
try-
available to them.
You need some ways to try kite him. I'm wondering, we're probably going to have to run this Magnus off lane and look for their mid lane pick next. So the lanes at the moment for JCox are reasonably predictable, and it's more about how can Huggy Bear abuse some of the early game at the moment.
Dire team ban.
And the Phoenix they choose to go for.
Phoenix pick. Well, I guess 4Friends&JCox don't have a lot to deal with the egg, I
10
think.
seconds remaining.
And Phoenix is pretty good against all the chase that they have.
I think
Five
He
that,
can
seconds
easily
remaining.
Icarus dive.
yeah, I play quite a bit of Phoenix, and I think one of the good things about Phoenix is you're quite good
Reserve
at
time.
turning fights, or you're quite good at counter aggression, because you don't really have too much lockdown. But if they charge at someone really aggressively, it's quite easy for you to get in there and kind of negate a lot of the aggression that's coming out with you, whether it be through your attack slows, your movement slows, or just like being annoying with your egg and making them retreat or something.
Oh, well, definitely this game, the attack slow is going to be pretty big, and we talked about before with the Sven getting
Radiant
crazy amounts of
team
cleave,
back.
you might not even get to use it, because he's going to attack slows. It's going to be so slow here, as long as Phoenix doesn't get caught in the RP,
Dire
which
team pick.
Yeah, that,
is questionable. We'll see what happens.
that's going to be really difficult for Phoenix though, because there's so much lockdown, and Phoenix definitely not the tankest of heroes. So as soon as one stun gets hit on you, and then another one comes in and you're just dead.
Yeah, exactly, and actually Darkseer being banned by Huggy Bear here. And they've already sorted their offlane out by the looks of it with the Phoenix pick.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And Weaver not being available for Huggy Bear, which was in the
Reserve
last
time.
game, but 4Friends&JCox played it. Well, if this is an offlane Magnus, they need someone good to go mid here. And, you know, there's lots of heroes available to stop Invoker. Well, OD's not available. Actually, Dragon Knight.
Radiant team
That's
pick.
going to be a bit difficult, don't you think? It's my initial reaction.
I think it's going to be pretty difficult. Yeah, I think it is fairly difficult for them. But it's another hero with AoE, you know, like, nearly all of these heroes have AoE of some sort, and, you know, the Dragon Knight has splash damage with his Dragon form, he also has Breathe Fire. Oh, this is a very interesting lineup with so much AoE. It's like TI2 all over again for me.
10 seconds
Bit of nostalgia
remaining.
coming here from this lineup.
5 seconds remaining.
So just looking for a last pick, probably a position 1 safe laner, are we presuming?
Reserve time.
Yeah, that's our best bet here, and they don't have Juggernaut, and they don't have Lone Druid as well. Lone Druid obviously would have been first picked here if he was not banned. So, against a Sven and a Dragon Knight, in terms of heroes, they don't have the anti-mage available. Even something like a Wraith King wouldn't be too bad here. But, yeah, I think Wraith King would be a fairly solid one. Just in this lineup they have this this Phoenix that sort of can hold everyone in. You know, you've got the Wraith King ultimate, you pop it,
10
and everyone's
seconds
slowed,
remaining.
and Phoenix just burning everyone with Egg, and you got Invoker there with Deafening
5
Blasts and all
seconds
kinds of things.
remaining.
But they don't have to pick that. There's actually a Necrolite.
Yes, I do like the position 1 Necrophos. I think this game is going to be interesting because the mid matchup is so strongly favoured towards Invoker that the supports from James Cox are going to have to do some work in the mid lane, maybe rotate to mid lane kind of often, which means this Magnus is going to be on the sideline a little bit. We'll see how it goes, because I just feel that their lanes with having a Dragon Knight mid are reasonably weak. They do have good supports, though. But yeah, that's going to be the big thing.
They
I'm
have very
gonna be
good
looking
supports,
at.
yeah.
That's what I'm going to be looking at mostly early game, is whether these supports can make these rotations to give the cores enough space to farm.
Yeah, well, this game, it's both teams have really good heroes that can, you know, it's really good supports that can rotate, and that mid lane is going to be hotly contested, like last game. And this Necro pick, position 1 Necro, I've not seen this for a long time. I think I've seen EG do this once before, and it worked out pretty well for them, but that was a long time ago. This is not something I've seen recently.
Yeah, I've seen Matumba Man do it a little bit for Team Liquid, but that probably hasn't been the last month or two. And actually, it has a really good win rate when Team Liquid were running it a little bit as well. I don't know, I just feel that Necrophos with lots of farm, is when he becomes survivable, he gets really strong, but whether he will be survivable against this aggressive lineup of James Cox, he's just going to have to position himself well, and he might need to pick up some positioning items.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I don't really mind that pick too much, the Necrolite pick. It's an interesting one, really, and you kind of need to let the game play out to sort of comment on it, but really I think it's not too bad, and it can work well with all the burst damage they have.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to finish
And it's also opposite, I mean,
though,
yeah.
because they just don't have any physical damage.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a lot early.
30 seconds to battle.
And unfortunately for them, the early game is all on Dire here.
Yeah, it's interesting because we've seen a few from both these teams. We've seen early game drafts, but they've always been push drafts, and neither one of these teams are often like opting to go for any kind of push strategy, really.
No, well, last game we saw early game, and
battle
it wasn't about the
begins.
push. It was all about controlling that mid lane, and it definitely worked out for Huggy Bear last game. But this is game 2, guys. Game 2 is Huggy Bear are winning 1-0 here, so this is a pretty crucial game.
So yeah, we do see Addison on the Spirit Breaker starting off in the mid lane. Dragon Knight for a few levels probably. Other than that, nothing too unexpected. This line is rotating into bot, so maybe they're looking at trying to zone this Magnus out early on. That's going to be quite difficult to do. Magnus is probably one of the hardest heroes to kill as he drops his brown boots just for some taunting there.
Yeah, and he does have skewer, and in the offlane, Magnus is pretty strong here. They don't have much lockdown for him here down with the Necro pick either, and Lion will definitely have to get some points into his Earth Spike very soon. They plan on killing him.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that he hasn't leveled any spells yet. Actually, on top lane, he does have that. Yeah, be able to get away from this.
That was pretty close call there. I mean, if they had some more disables there for him, he definitely would not have been able to dive away, and wasn't. It's a bit spooky for him, but Earthshaker's sitting mid here. Dropping his boots again, the Magnus dropping his items right in front of the Lion, baiting him in for a deny, and he will pick him up just in time.
Yeah, he's living on the edge, man.
That's very funny. He's pinging him out and everything.
He's all about the style points.
But while he's doing that, he's missing precious XP while he's doing that.
Illusion! Methinks you wanted that.
Interesting that Magnus didn't go for Stout Shield or something like that in the offlane. So he's taking a lot more harass than he probably would like. There's a charge mid.
Oh, nice vision block there from Must be nice. It's going to completely dispel all that aggression.
That was really well played by him. I think that was perfectly placed. And yeah, just completely stopped that one down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Phoenix, a couple more attacks and you're going to go down here.
Left. Yeah, that was pretty close. I think Puppy D's just came up and driven himself really aggressively so that he could still attack him after the dive.
Yeah, he expended both his Magic Missile and his Wave of Terror, so not much armor left for Phoenix, and one more attack would have killed him, but just too close to the tower. And if we take a look at last hits here, mid lane going the way of Invoker in terms of CS. The Earthshaker pressuring really well here, just sitting here. Dragon Knight knows he's there. We can assume he knows he's there, and he's going to just not be able to play as well as he'd like.
I'm surprised that this Dragon Knight's doing as well as he's doing against the Invoker. Obviously not doing the best, but still managing to get through with some last hits. You know, hasn't really been in too much trouble yet.
Yeah, and Invoker's hitting pretty hard already, and he has got a lot of damage from Exort here. So that's definitely another surprising thing. The Dragon Knight has actually been playing fairly well for his position, we'd probably admit here.
He's going to look to go for this rune. Earthshake will cut him off and deny the rune from nice little play there. What build do you expect Necro to be going for?
Well, when I see carry Necro, which is not very often, a lot of people actually, I don't really tend to know. I mean, for him this game, he can probably tank up really well with like something like an Atos, and you know, but against it'll probably improve a lot of things if he does get an Atos, and he can get things like he can get a Blink Dagger, and maybe even later on he'll probably get a BKB.
Yeah,
and then Aghanim Scepter, definitely the way to go. Boost his late game.
There is a real old build of building it like a Radiance on him, but I don't think it's very good this game because he'll just get popped straight away.
No. Yeah, I think a lot of situations people whether it's viable or not, you know, you go for a Dagon, you get an Ethereal Blade, and you just burst people down completely, and he's denied. He's just dropped his Tango again. But all this fooling around by Magnus has set him back to level 3 here, so Necrolite nearly level 6.
Got the rogue.
Invoker hitting really hard mid.
Drums.
For the Necro.
Necro.
I think you could be right here. Drums, someone's got to get it, and Necro would definitely be the way to go this game to get a drums.
I mean, really, I've been looking for something, you know, maybe a blood stone might fit this game as well, because you just want to get that mana regen so you can just keep spamming up the heals, and then a positioning item so you just can stay on the fringes and keep spamming all your spells.
First blood!
Yeah, I think even like an Octarine Blink this game.
Invoker's going to take down Spirit Breaker. Is that a little bit of counter aggression against the charge? I think it was.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of greedy play here by the Spirit Breaker, and definitely Cold Snap making a big difference here. But Magnus is mid, and doesn't really have too much to offer about the Breathe Fire.
And actually with the double damage doing, Dragon Form's almost running out, but double damage plus Dragon Form, pretty good combination. Could look to push the tower off that, but like I said, Dragon Form's about to run out.
Yeah, he does get
Radiant's
69 plus
middle
69
tower is
damage
under
with
attack.
this double damage. So this
Dire's
is a lot.
bottom tower is under attack.
And
Dire's
good
structures
amount.
I'm
are
sure a few of the
fortified.
viewers are having a bit of laughs at the moment here. A few of the viewers probably be chuckling at that amount, but we'll change the topic now. And top lane does have vigorous dive available.
Stun does
They're gonna keep
follow him,
going.
and Addison's going to come in with the charge, and then stun extended as well, and I mean, will lead to Phoenix's death. You can see a couple of types of boots picked up. Magnus got mana boots, and Dragonite going for creds.
Yeah, to be expected. Sven, I really like how he's definitely skilling the Warcry a lot here. I think it's definitely the way to go. They have so much armor here, there's nothing they can do against it. Like, Huggy Bear just don't have heroes that can deal with high armor. But then, having said, the Necrolite's definitely going to make a big difference against that, offering lots of magic damage, and of course the Invoker will as well. Invoker got his Midas ready, and he's just going to farm this stack.
Yeah, they're going to have to rely on Invoker for a bit of his damage, but he is doing pretty well. I'll just bring up the net worths here, and he is sitting second only to the Necrophos, which is pretty nice. In fact, he's pretty much dead even with the spend.
Yeah, last hit's been going the way of Invoker so far. Definitely completely winning the lane, I'd say.
Cox will actually have
A sheath, one blade.
line going down there. I did want to point out on the net worth graphs that Dragonite is
Dire's
almost
middle
the same
tower
as
is under
Invoker,
attack.
which is really crazy considering we're 9 minutes into the game.
It's also crazy considering Invoker has 12 deniers and 10 last hits more than Dragon Knight. And I was just about to say that Invoker pretty much won the lane, but he's done really well against keeping up with this, and he does have 2 kills, which does help him out with his net worth problem and his last hit problem. So that's definitely a positive thing for him. He does need these kills. I think this combo with Spirit Breaker and Venge has been paying off so well up in tops. Phoenix has been having a pretty awful laning stage. Only 10 last hits at 9.5 minutes now. But saying that, Magnus only has 14 last hits. So both offlaners having a pretty awful time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is a big stack for Sven.
Money changes hands.
Was the drum being picked up for the Necro? Interesting pickup. I don't really see that, but you don't see position. So, there we go.
Exactly. Oh, I think it's excellent. I think the drum pickup was... I didn't think about it at first, but it's probably one of the best items you can go for at this point. Necro playing, if he's playing a position 1, or any position really, he needs great, like, he just needs great movement speed, he needs the ability to just move around quickly and catch people out. And Blink Drum is, I'd say, pretty much the way to go this game. He could even, he could arguably say 4-staff is also a good idea here, but I think there's not a lot that the 4-staff is going to do better than the Blink this game particularly.
Yeah. Well, I think if you get stunned by one hero on GameStop, you're pretty much dead. You're going to get stunned by 4 other heroes.
Exactly.
And we see the drums on Dragon
Spirit
Knight.
Breaker, only level 3. Yeah, it could have been the Sven. That could have been the Sven that also got the drums here, but Sven looks like he's definitely going for something else. He's got his Dominator up now, and he's just going to be farming this jungle pretty quick now. Phoenix just wants to interrupt that and take that last hit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Earthshaker rotating to bot. They might look to make a play here. Edison and Suck on D is quite low, so they might stick around and try farm, and if they do, it could be punishable for it.
Yeah, it was a good idea for them to back out of bottom lane there, and they've just saved themselves from being killed here. Earthshaker doesn't rotate down for nothing, but they could actually potentially even take this tower here. Or at least damage it quite a lot. I think there is a Fortify available for them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Yeah, there isn't a
structures
Fortify.
are
There is a
fortified.
Fortify. So they do use it, and
There you go, Dragon Knight trying to
they're
make
going to
a
have to
play on
defend
the
that.
mid
Spirit.
lane. Probably won't be able to kill it. Spirit Breaker is charging in, but it'll be a bit too late to do anything about it really. Just probably hold on for as long as possible to retain the vision and then cancel. This bottom tower will be dropping now. Earthshaker's in an aggressive position.
Well, you're not wrong there, and again, Sven's just farming these camps and mid lane.
Oh, Necrolite. Just a Dragon Machiavelli's going to tanking the Nate Reaper's side.
Oh, he did.
Will he go down? 10 health. Oh, yes, he's finally
Radiant's
gone.
bottom tower
Huggy Bear
is under attack.
Wow.
Double kill!
Should I say? Once he gets that double kill,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
interesting series of events.
Dire's
here. It does
middle
put
tower
the
is under
down
attack.
On James Cox.
That was some pretty clutch timing there. DK using his strength treads right before the Necro ult hit him, so he did survive. He may have died if he didn't, and he
Radiant's
was.
top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
that was pretty close for him, but he does go down.
Yeah, it doesn't have that.
Invoker getting lots of kills.
Doesn't have the extra respawn penalty though, so that's quite handy.
Pretty funny reverse polarity cancel in mid there, and Magnus walking up and using it and cancelling it.
There's a huge Asian stack here on the Dire side.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lots of golems as well. So Sven might look to go in there and take that soon. Sven actually finished his Blink Dagger here. I really like that, and I think Necro is probably actually going for the Atos in the end. So either that or he's, yeah, I'd say it could even, I'd say it most likely is
Radiant's
an
top
Atos.
tower is under attack.
Well, you wouldn't
could be
really
wrong, though.
expect a Vanguard.
No, well I wouldn't expect an Octarine this early on either.
Yeah, I mean, it could be
But I do expect an Octarine later on.
yeah. Well, we'll see. I guess I would presume it to be an Atos as well, but there are lots of things you can build.
Radiant's top tower has been
Being
denied.
charged up here. Coming out of the tree.
My flesh.
With all that
This
lockdown
year.
coming out,
All
we
in
talked about it. If he's stunned once, he's stunned twice. and he's dead.
Haste!
Sven actually playing really efficiently here. He's actually going to make use of his ultimates while it's still up. Need to farm this huge stack. He might need an urn charge though.
That was so much
That's
gold that Sven
really-
got.
That really went the way, and his CS just jumped up. And we look at net worth. I'm assuming he's on top now. He is. He is ahead of the Invoker. Maybe not because of that stack, but that stack definitely would have contributed to it. He is highest net worth now.
Well, I was looking top
Not too
4
bad for
and
Huggy
Sven,
Bear though. They,
like 2 minutes ago, Sven just picked up his Blink Dagger, and now he's got another 1800 gold on top.
oh, that stack definitely makes a big difference there. That was I think it was about 3 or 4 stacks there. Mostly golems, which kind of makes it hard to tell. And he did dodge the Sunstrike.
And Phoenix opting to go for the Midas as well this game. That's quite interesting.
Quick sprint.
Oh,
I survived an eruption. What did
Earthshaker will drop. Looking to get some damage out with the beam, but instead. And jumping in now, but thinks better of it, thinks twice. Cox will bottle this double damage rune, and James Cox probably coming out on top there, just 2 for 1. Oh, probably pretty even. It was an off-laner. They did trade, but definitely in the gold.
Yeah, with that fight recap showing big change in gold, and
gold?
yeah, this is really going the way of James Cox. I think definitely JCox definitely coming out on top here, just with Sven not dying in any of these engagements and picking up lots of farm along the way. Every time after a fight he's going to farm a big stack that someone's made for him, picking up really nice items. Progression's being really well for him, and he's got 4 points in cleave now, so he's definitely farming fast.
Yeah, a couple points on Suck on D's and for Empower, and I just can't wait to see that when the Empower and the Cleave comes out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's going to be very spooky indeed, and he can easily use this
Dire's
Empower
bottom tower
on the Sven
is
when he's
under
farming the jungle. When there's another stack
Dire's
in that medium
structures
camp
are
there for the Sven, he's probably going to take that on his way to mid.
I would
Dire's
assume that
bottom
the
tower
Empower
has
Cleave
fallen.
would be diminishing on top of Greater Cleave.
I believe it probably does. I think actually I think it is definitely diminishing. If it was not, then that would be
That'd be a bit stupid.
very questionable.
Yeah, but still, regardless, it's still pretty strong.
Oh, for sure. It's you know, this is it just works so well, you know, with the reverse polarity, and you got Dragonite Breathe Fire, and this added cleave damage is just going to be untold on the amounts of damage being done. We'll definitely have to check the recap after to see how much damage is truly done.
Doesn't matter because he's going to get swapped.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I reap your life.
Meteor and River side drop on the scene and go down. Everyone, and Edison too, but you know, great RP coming through, but they just couldn't quite.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
No, it was just this Necrolite sitting back in the battle, and you know, it's really nice initiation they had on Dragon Knight at the start, and they were just using their stuns all perfect times. The Earthshaker, and then he came in and stun as well, and then the Lion just used everything perfectly timed, and Dragon Knight was definitely not going to be there to help. And Sven being taken down by a very tanky Necro.
There was definitely a clutch moment when
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He is actually being held up by himself, despite miraculously he will lift he's on the bench for Spirit Jump to be caught up as well. So,
No, I was going so well with it for them before, but there's 2 engagements I've just lost. Sven dying. Only once tier, of course, but he does nearly have his Sanj and Yasha, so that's definitely going to help him out here.
I was talking before about that mid engagement, and the Phoenix, after getting was it reverse polarity? He got caught in that and then skewered back. He lived on about 100 health, and then just before he was about to die, just got the supernova off, and I think that's what turned the fight completely.
Ah, well, you were right about Phoenix being a really good hero to turn fights and things like that, and that's just a great example right there, I think. Magnus does have his blink now, and I think he would have had that last engagement as well.
I mean, I think
Sven just wants to finish, just wants to get his Sergeant Yasha.
Yeah, I think these engagements are going to start changing once Sven gets a BKB. And
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And in fact, Earthshaker making a nice purchase here on the Blink Dagger as well.
Oh, nice.
That's definitely one way to turn a fight as well. Necrolite could probably think about his Blink Dagger. He is saving up what looks like it could be a Blink. He's got, you know, a very typical amount of gold to be saving up for Blink, so
Radiant's bottom
could be one for him to go
is
for.
under attack.
And actually, the more I think about the ASOS, the more I think Sven as well. You know, just trying to kite him around so he can't get that damage off.
Yeah, it's one of the weaknesses of Sven. He's very easily kited, and yeah, with these heroes like you've got
Radiant's
Invoker,
bottom tower is under attack.
and you've got now the Atos, which is just so much to do against him. And
Caught out, but really a mistake. Here comes the
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Straight away,
You
Necro
wither
drops Reaper's side
on the
onto
vine.
Spearbreaker's head. So these engagements not going so well for James Cox. I really think they need to farm up and get some DK moves before they start trying to take these fights on.
oh, their fights were going so well before, but Necro is coming out on top 2 fights in a row now. And I think that fight, it was really interesting to see the, it was great initiation by the Magnus, and he skewered them, but he skewered them into a Lion Earth Spike, which caught out both heroes, the Magnus and the Sven, and it just led to that demise and kind of sped the process up, and they just couldn't initiate properly after that Lion came in, and he made a big difference there. And Lion could even be looking to get his blink soon. Well, it's going to take him a long time to farm that, but it's certainly something he could go for.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so side, yeah, Huggy Bear.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, I think that the RP, you know, they're getting some great RPs off and some great engagement. But they really just don't have anything to back this up with. They're not getting enough damage out during the stun duration to kill off the heroes. And then if they don't kill
Radiant's
them,
middle tower is under
to
attack.
keep them alive and to keep the fights going.
Yeah, and it's also very hard for him to focus this Phoenix, who just that encounter in the secret shop there made a lot of difference with his egg, and they just didn't even try and kill him, and he just got away with it. And you know, Necrolite's still being a little bit untouched in these last few fights, and he has actually got a Shiva's Guard finished, nearly finished. He's got the recipe there,
That's a pretty big item.
which is going to be very scary. It's definitely a great item to go, and like you said, once Necro tanks up, he's very hard to stop.
This Phoenix is also sitting with the plate mail. I doubt this is going to be another Shiva's Guard. Could be something like a Lotus.
Well, it's possible that I think a Lotus Orb is a really good item in this game for him, and we've seen a Lotus Orb today, and it was an interesting one. Whether or not it made a huge difference or not, but this game is definitely a Lotus Orb game for him.
Yeah, I would say so.
And yeah, definitely I would be supporting that decision.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And if we look at the net worth graph,
Coin for me.
last 10 minutes of the game, just it was even until then, and then Huggy Bear's just skyrocketing in terms of net worth.
Yeah, these last engagements have really proved pretty bad for them. And looks like Run of Atos.
Still gonna be able to. I don't think he's gonna get off
Killing spree.
Meanwhile,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Drop the Reaper cycle through, taking it down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They should just trade towers on the back of it.
we were watching opposite fights then, and yeah, down in that off lane,
Dire's
Spear
bottom
Breaker
tower has
just
fallen.
sort of revealed himself at the wrong time, and the Rotovator came in, and just didn't take long for him to go down.
Actually, just committed the up.
Dire's
Got
bottom
one
tower
shot.
is under attack. Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Killing spree. It's a matter of magnitude.
This Earthshaker's been at the right place at the right time this whole game. He's just been landing really nice fishes.
Sitting on 3, 1, and 10.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That's
attack.
definitely where you want to be as an Earthshaker. And in terms of net worth, he's not doing too bad at all. He's probably whereabout you'd expect him, considering he was playing a roaming Shaker.
So wait, the Phoenix is going for a Shivers, and the Necrophos, it's got the plate mail, but also picked up a point booster, so maybe just having the casual plate mail.
Oh. I thought I saw him have the Shiva's recipe in his stash.
I think
Maybe he
Radiant's
sold it, I'm
bottom
not too
tower
sure.
is under attack.
Because maybe Phoenix at the same time realised, they realised they don't have such items.
Well, yeah. The Shiva's is now finished in Phoenix, and it's on the courier, so maybe, yeah, be going for the Aggers instead, and maybe he'll get him. Maybe the Necrolite might even opt to go for the Lotus Orb himself. He could even get the AC as well, so
Radiant's middle
so
tower
options are
is
open
under
for him.
attack.
Dominating!
Doesn't quite get the Reaper sight.
There shall be Shankers by the
One
acre.
arm will do the damage of two.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Mega kill! Double kill!
Die young and leave a
Necro has
purulent
finished his
corpse.
Aghanims. It was so quick, he just got that. That Sven, was he worth that much? That Dragon Knight, that is. Sven was worth 500. Oh, actually, yeah, he fell down to the Necro. Then DK actually fell down to Phoenix.
Yeah, that was mid lane. I heard the Phoenix had dropped, but I had no idea what happened. So it looks like, yeah, it's engaging breaking out middle. I would say that Earthshaker has some.
Missing top!
Yeah, definitely not the way the fight needed to go for JCox here, and Dragon Knight still doesn't get his BKB up just yet. He'll need that very soon against Necro, and against this nearly just about every hero that Huggy Bear have here. BKB is definitely the way to go.
So they have the ages up now. No outer towers remaining for Dire. Huggy Bear will look to storm down middle and try take the first rack of the series. James Cox, can they defend and push this to a game 3?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one for them. This high ground defense is pretty good though, I'd say. They have got a Magnus and they have got a Sven. So they might be okay with defending these racks here, but it's all about initiation, and Magnus getting a 4-staff, I really like that. It's going to definitely help the situation they're in.
Yeah, I see a lot of Magnuses these days go 4-star just get super mobility. He went blink 4-star, doesn't matter, he's got both those items.
Dire's
Yeah, it's definitely
middle
the way to
tower
go, and
has
it's
fallen.
very common.
Blink didn't
Radiant's
strike,
top
but
tower is under attack.
just ahead of the next one. And actually, Dire Freak's pushing out top lane.
Killing spree! Triple kill!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As well. Fox turn and try Ghost Walk to get away from this. He should be clear. But that RT Sven combo, that's what we've been waiting for when we looked at the draft. They do have a BKB on Sven as well.
Illusion!
Oh, that was definitely an engagement that Huggy Bear could not win. They were playing up high ground against all these heroes that have such big AoEs, and I think that Magnus definitely made a big difference there, and so did the Sven.
Yeah, no, the Dragon Knight as well, so this should be a significant swing back towards James Cox's favour.
Yeah, well, if we look at net worth, it's still looking a little bit like it was before that fight, where Sven still isn't the highest, but he is ahead of Necro, which is expected, however. But both heroes are pretty good at farming. So we're expected to see some items come out pretty soon for both Necro and the Sven, I think. And these next items are going to be pretty important.
What that last fight highlighted to me a little bit was that the Invoker was so far up. He was the frontliner, and that all the Dire heroes just kind of went in behind the Invoker, and then they just started killing all these backline heroes. And what really needed to happen in that situation is normally you want an Invoker to stay back to cast to stop the counter aggression, but the way their draft works is Invoker is the right clicker as the frontliner, so that he doesn't have the kind of the spell, and he used the spell to kill the Venge at the start of that fight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, now that we really consider this lineup that Huggy Bear have, they don't have a very good frontliner. They could try building Necro as a frontline sort of hero, but you don't really want Necro to die. You want him to get his ultimate off, and you want him to sort of live through. And he does have lots of ways of living through, especially now he's got Atos and he has level 4 Death Pulse. But, you know, they don't really have a great, really great frontliner like that. And
I mean,
they're going to have to get pickoffs if they want to win these uphill battle.
Yeah, they're looking to smoke, and I definitely think now is the time to smoke. Necro has the eggs, and I think one egg's ult could just break the game wide open here, and they can find out as probably, just getting away.
And that's the new Deafening Blast. He charged through that Deafening Blast there, right just before, and that's the difference there. That new patch, last patch, just that last small patch there, that would have been a dead Spirit Breaker. He's going to get away. He's going to go for his Vladimir's here.
Invoker still has his eggs up though, it wasn't as bend in the last fight. But they win with the Echo Slam, all
Double kill! Double kill!
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Almost nearly died. You don't kill the
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah, and Aegis wasn't even used in that whole battle. Invoker just running out of Aegis there, and no buyback for Sven. He's going to be down for a long time, and you were right. Yeah, this Necro, you can't kill him with all this, and they have all these heroes to turn the fight around. They have a Lion who can stun multiple heroes. They have a Phoenix who egged. It was a pretty good egg. I'd say it was very successful for him, and that's definitely what you don't want to happen for them. Definitely with Sven now having no buyback.
I think that Echo Slam was one of the highlights of my
And yeah, the Epic Slam. Will be your day.
Yeah, man. It was just
that was a pretty big Echo Slam.
About to die, like fully came through to save him, and then Necropop couldn't even die. I think it was so clutch.
Dire's
yeah, it was really well played by him. It was pretty early on the fight, so you kind of forget to mention it sometimes, but that was pretty important. And yeah, he's got 15 assists here, so he's contributed a lot.
And that's Megas. They just took
The
Megas
Radiant
from
now
that
have
one
Mega
fight.
Creeps.
Because the Reaper's side, I think, or what, the Necro.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the Sven could not buy back that whole time. He was down for about 80 seconds, I think. So 80 seconds with no buyback for Sven.
Game-winning hero.
Yeah, it really is. They didn't have much late game besides the Invoker, and then when they drafted the Necro, a little bit surprising, but Necro does scale very well late, and he's actually got a Skadi now. He is tanking up a lot.
Yeah, I probably didn't expect that, but that's actually kind of cool. It's not really about the right.
Yeah, I would have expected the. Yeah, I certainly would have expected something like either Lotus would have still been good, I think, and the AC, but he's just left that plate mail there, just that 10 armor, making a big difference as well. And he's got over 3,000 HP right now, and this is pretty scary at the moment.
I want to see Skadi attacks. I've never seen Skadi attacks when Necro, or maybe. This is great. So, 4F&JC up against Mega Creeps. They're looking to hold on by a thread. Can they do it? Sven is going to be
Dragonite.
here. Oh,
He hasn't used RP, now he has.
Check out the Invoker. Addison's going to take out Lion drop, and Aquarius is going to run away here. Put on the Ghost Walk, but it's not going to be good enough because it's going to be...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And the Sven ultimate.
Oh, Sven, where is this?
Sven did a lot of damage there.
Taking out Urge now.
Dire's courier has been
Takes
killed.
down Fox with that ult, but not quite.
Yeah, the Sven was BKB that whole time, so Skadi didn't slow him down. Actually, the Phoenix actually ended up finishing the Lotus Orb that we
That's such a huge gold swing.
knew was going to happen at some point.
That's like a 8k gold swing.
Oh, that was massive, and yeah, but still, Invoker's still ahead of Network, just by a bit.
It did take
Dire's
considerable
middle
damage
tower
from the
is under
during
attack.
that engagement, so they can't let them
They did, yeah.
time.
Sven definitely has gold to finish his next item. That's Daedalus. He's definitely got the cash to do it. No courier for these guys for a little while now.
I'll take that.
There are lots of pings coming in by Necrolite by the looks of it. Not sure what he's pinging, but Spiriga finishing that Vladimir's offering. Pretty good item to get when there's mega creeps around. If you really think you can hold out against them, Vladimir's offering's a great one to get. Don't think he was planning on getting it for this though. Actually could be Dragonite pinging. I think the Necrolite's pinging a lot. Wait for Roshan. Got a little bit to go before he gets up though.
I just think the situation
Actually not
that-
long now.
the situation that Jake's here in is just so difficult considering the fact they don't have any other Raxes, so they don't really have any other opportunities to push it. They still have to take out buildings before they can go for a Rax play or anything.
Yeah, like I think they can still win fights at this point. I think that if they get really good initiations, they can actually win these fights. But this is like they can win fights, right? But what can they do against these creeps that are just gonna be pushing while they're actually battling? So it's pretty concerning for them. But they're still waiting for Roshan here. Roshan will definitely be nice for them if they get that, and they'll might even be able to close the gap after that.
Yeah, Roshan's up now.
And Sven finishing up his Daedalus now. Invoker only now getting a Blink Dagger. I'm surprised he didn't go Blink and then Octarine, but yeah. Skadi's gonna slow down Roshan's attacks, that's for sure. Well, Necro has freed up a slot in his inventory, so it looks like he'll be the one to go for it this time. That is perfectly fine.
Secret Necro strats by Skadi take Rosh.
Haste!
Yeah, it's pretty situational. I'd say it's very, very situational. But it did work for them just then, I guess. This Lotus Orb's going to do a lot this next fight as well, and he's just testing out on the Invoker here.
So Huggy Bear's on the verge of taking out this February tournament from Dinosaur NZ.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do against a Necrolite that's...
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's ancient is under attack.
GG is good.
Radiant victory.
Congratulations. I am Mrs. Frisbee. You can find me at Mrs. Frisbee Anzac Dota on Facebook because I'm one of the admins for that tournament. Is there anywhere that they can find you, Smoko? Do you have any social media?
Yeah, you guys can add me on Steam Arena if you like. Yeah, like that's the only thing I really use.
Okay.
But yeah, what a game that was.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I was really a fan of both drafts as well. I think that some of the drafting we saw in this final series even I thought was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I had a feeling that JCox actually had a better lineup just overall, but this safe lane Necro, he tanked up so much. I mean, the Skadi and then the Lotus Orb. How do you fight late game against a hero that has got the Skadi and he has protection of Lotus Orb and all these heroes that can't actually do anything against the Lotus Orb? You can't win against that, even when you don't have Mega Creeps. But yeah, actually shout out to the sponsors as well.
Yeah, it was
Big Pipe here.
Yeah, Bagpipe Broadband.
Thank you for that.
Offering the winner Huggy Bear, so someone on their team will get some free internet, which is quite a nice little bonus for winning this tournament.
Yeah, whoever had the highest ping that game is most likely going to be the one that will get the prize there. So, well done to them, and congratulations everybody for playing very well this tournament. And,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
that
to
was,
Dinosaur NZ as well for putting it on.
well
It's
played,
been a
everyone.
Good day.
see you guys next time.
Hard.
Thanks for casting with me.
All good. Shot, man. See you next time.
Turn up, bro.
Real life doesn't buffer. Why should your internet? Get ultra-fast broadband from Big Pipe for just $79. Real life doesn't buffer. Why should your internet? Get ultra-fast broadband from Big Pipe for just $79.
Turn up, bro.
Real life doesn't buffer. Why should your internet? Get ultra-fast broadband from Big Pipe for just $79.